Kabi, there's something heavy on my chest and I need to get it off. 4 days ago, my wife said she was going for her night shift. It's not the first time, but that night, something felt different. It was just me and our 9-month-old baby at home. The house felt too quiet, too empty. I couldn't shake the feeling of loneliness. I don't know what came over me, but I decided to surprise her at work. Maybe it was just me wanting to see her, or maybe I thought a small gesture would bring us closer. She had mentioned before that she takes her break between 1 and 3 a.m., and I figured we could catch up, have a drink, talk in the car, just enjoy a little time together. So, I went. I drove all the way to her workplace late at night, feeling sure she'd be there. But when I arrived, the lady at the front desk checked the records and told me my wife wasn't on duty that night. I couldn't believe it. I asked her to check again. Still, nothing. She wasn't working that night at all. I called her phone, but she didn't pick up. So I went home, my mind racing. But I didn't say anything to her mother. I just went to bed. But sleep? Impossible. I was so pissed that I couldn't even go to work the next day. She came home around 8 in the morning and looked surprised to see me there. She asked why I didn't go to work, but I couldn't speak. What could I say? After she'd showered, I called her and her mother together. I asked her straight, "Where were you?" She insisted she had gone to work, but I told her I had been there. I was at her workplace, and she wasn't. I asked her to call the workplace in front of her mother and me to confirm it, but she refused. She said, "If you don't trust me, there's nothing I can prove to you." That was it. I told her mother, "If your daughter doesn't tell me where she went, both of you are leaving this house today." And I walked away. I wasn't going to let this slide. About an hour later, she came to me, saying she would call her workplace to clear the air. But by then, I knew it was too late. I knew she'd already made some calls, tried to cover her tracks, so I told her not to bother calling. I didn't need anyone else to lie for her. I needed her to tell me the truth. I gave her 24 hours. 24 hours to come clean. And you know what? The time came and went. And still, nothing. Even her mother begged her to speak, but she kept silent. So this morning, I did what I had to do. I sent her out of the house, both her and her mother. Now, people are calling, begging me to take her back. But Kabi, I know my wife. I know when something's not right. She's hiding something. Am I wrong for doing this? Am I being unreasonable? She wouldn't even let me check her phone. Something's off, and I can feel it in my gut. What would you do in my shoes? Comment below and follow for more real-life stories.